Aries, the heart sees what the heart wants. The passions are there within the making. This is the message for you. It's what comes here. This is the Arcana Veil. Let's have a look for you. We have expand. We have alliance. We have retrospect, review. So there's a process in which you are expanding on needing to find the deeper parts of yourself, the most unlikeliest parts that are perhaps not as you would have thought within yourself. There's a lot of focus on going back in the past. There's also this card that I would like to bring in here, which we will look at. This is related to unlocking powers. This is the I can't remember what the deck is called, but I'm adding this into the oracle for you, which will expand on the reading more in detail. Then again, it's always good to just flow with the creative juices that we all have within ourselves. Aries, you're going through a process of needing to expand on elevation, on needing to go a little higher within the self. There's also for some of you an unlikely alliance or a connection with someone or something that could be within you, a part that is not familiar, that you would not normally have said would have worked, but now it's working. There seems to be a pathway that you're taking that's leading you out with a lot of focus on disconnecting from things that are trying to attach itself to you. And this is why you're connecting with this alliance within yourself. The other card is about unlocking power, and this is basically your key to the reading in itself. Let's have a look in the tarot for you. Well, we've got rest here. We have the Queen of Wands under the Alliance. We have the Three of Coins under Retrospect. We have the Hierophant under the Power. We have Purifying Distillation within the Alchemy or the Medicine of the reading. Initially, there seems to be some sort of... It feels as if you're a little disconnected from certain things, or you're disconnecting yourself from certain things that you don't need to have within your pathway. I'm also seeing that you're connecting most likely with someone who's a Queen of Wands. Could be you even connecting with all that part inside of you that you perhaps thought you didn't have, but then it's fire. The Wands are always very much the fiery process of burning away things that don't seem to add to your pathway. I'm also seeing for some of you that you have encountered perhaps a new way of creating an income, perhaps a new business, a new direction in which you're flowing towards. For some of you, I'm seeing that's not related always to money, but I'm seeing that there's a lot of information or energy that you've put in place to get some recognition, to get some pathway, to get some direction, excuse me, in which you're flowing towards. We have the Hierophant right underneath the card of the key, or the key card, which is the power that you have within you for this week. And it's about unlocking all of your power that will give you the direction in which to flow. We're seeing here that the alchemy card purifying and distillation is definitely related to disconnecting from certain ideas and elements that you perhaps have been associated with, or what you have been associating yourself with. Perhaps people, I'm seeing that some of you are actually disconnecting from a community which seems to be like I'm seeing a trailer, which is actually quite interesting, and a caravan. So perhaps some of you are actually wanting to go on some trip, maybe. Either way, there's this disconnection of things that used to be or had some sort of value to it in order for you to have your own expansion to take place. Meaning, if you need to grow on a spiritual, deeper level or in an emotional level within yourself, or basically just to feel better overall, the disconnection with those that bring you down is advised. Because of the fact that you have the higher wisdom here and higher Hierophant is actually saying, you're observing all of these things. Perhaps it's time for you to be able to unlock your own power in this, to free your power up from things that are in your pathway. With the alliance, you may find the most unlikeliest people to be in your space to support you while you're disconnecting from this process. So in itself, this is the distillation of the consciousness and how the soul is able to disconnect from things that are of an old belief or an old pattern in your life. Yeah. Let's have a look for you and see what is in the subconscious or the underworld. We have Chariot under arrest. Let's pull these cards up a bit so you can see at least what we're looking at here. Chariot, definitely Cancer energy here, showing some sort of connection that has to be established in order to, or there is rest within knowing that you're fine, that you have a direction in which you're going. Okay, this is too many. We have Knight of Swords here underneath the Queen of Wands. Definitely a mental process, definitely a process that takes a little while. Fire moves in a particular form, that is your element. Your fire is burning away certain feelings, experiences, beliefs that you've got to try and disconnect from. Cut the rocks off or the sandbags so that you are able to rise above this, because this is what is advised, and the less you fight this frequency in order to try and heal yourself. Some of you be in relationships or with business associative connections there. I can see there's some sort of combatant process or combative process in the particular work company that you're trying to disconnect from, but it feels very dense and tangled up, so it makes it difficult for you to be able to discern what works and what does not. In terms of that, it's not always. This is also the Aries collective, so wherever Aries is present in your chart pertaining to what you're experiencing, this reading is for you as well. That means the readings are timeless. Let's have a look under the Two of Coins here. We have the Devil, so a choice has to be made. There's definitely some sort of, did I say Three of Pentacles? Well, if I said Three of Pentacles, then there's definitely some sort of, and it's actually Two of Coins here, then there's definitely some sort of issue with regards to needing to make a choice. It's like there's, the devil is that which reveals what is in the details of certain situations, what is also based on illusion of certain things that makes you feel unclear on how to do what you have to do. Throat chakra, definitely something that is on the mind here of having to move things forward. Empowerment, definitely a little harder. That which has fallen on the floor. I have the Three of Coins here. I have the Ten of Cups. And I have the Seven of Swords. So it's a lot of energy that you're trying to disconnect from, and I wonder there's some of you trying to get out of a situation that feels like it's stifling, specifically because of its work related aspect. Even if it's not stifling, it's just you're unable to free your energy to be in a position of going towards what it is that you need. Two of Coins here under retrospective, looking back at the choices that you've made. Did you make the right choice? The devil's obviously letting you know that really there's not much. It's making you feel like you made a mistake. It doesn't seem to look like you've made a mistake, because you've got the Hierophant in here, and you're very much taking the time to actually focus on the direction going forward. It feels as if you are able to disconnect from certain ideas rather than actually situations. But disconnecting from the ideas essentially would help you to be able to disconnect also from situations that you don't want to be in. This feels to be educational, like in an education system or something, or some sort. There's definitely a needing to move away quickly with what you've associated, or those that are perhaps maybe trying to establish what you're bringing out. Maybe you need to sneak away. Maybe that's what's needed. Maybe you're around a narcissist and you can't deal with that anymore, and you're trying to find a way to how to get out, but you're so tied up in all of the other things in your life path. It's making it feel difficult for you to make a decision. But the devil always suggests... it looks like there's a card underneath the devil. Lovers. Oh, well, that's quite ironic, isn't it? The devil is really also about the lovers in the shadow aspect. So you're being shown if there's something that feels to be very dense to deal with, that the path going forward is one that requires a disconnection from the thoughts of what causes the blocks in the first place. If you're needing to get away from a narcissist, I would suggest do it secretly, do it quietly. It's perhaps a better way to do that because of the way that the frequency holds itself in control. The outcome does not seem to be as if it's going to be anything that's going to cause you to feel loss in the sense of that, but because I see the ten of cups here and the Three of Cups, there's going to be support in the most unlikeliest manner for you. Final card for you. Very difficult situation to be in. We have Judgment. So it's about where you place yourself. If you're needing to go forward in a direction, establish a path, establish something that actually means something to you. If you want to establish yourself, gain your power back, then it is about disconnecting from the thoughts that are disempowering inside of you. This is a mental process of disconnection of things that don't work anymore for you. And based on this process, I could see that you're actually able to definitely unlock your personal power here that gives you the direction going forward. Aries, difficult month for sure. I think everyone's gone through that. I will leave this with you until next time.